Alright guys, the final part to our folk art landscapes inspired by Heather Galler is to add the watercolor. Now before we get started on painting, I'm going to do a quick review. You've used these before, but just so we're all on the same page, we've got our liquid watercolor paints in the little paint tin. Now remember, these are in small jars. They kind of look like fruit juice. We've talked about this before. You don't need to take the jars out of the pan like I'm doing. They need to stay in the pan. And even though I say they look like fruit juice, they're not. Please don't drink them. You'll get sick. You'll have your 2 bowls of water. Remember, we've got 1 bowl that will be our dirty bowl where we will clean and rinse out our brushes, and then we will have a clean bowl of water that we can dip our brush into to get good clear water so our watercolors stay nice and pure. If you by chance were to use the green watercolor and you accidentally put it in the yellow watercolor without rinsing it out first, our yellow would turn messy and yucky in a funny green color, and we don't want that. So let's be sure that we use our watercolors and our 2 bowls of water to clean our brushes properly. And remember, you've got the sponge right over here that you can use if you've got too much paint or too much water on your brush. So I'm going to move these aside, and we will get started on our painting. Alright, now all you have to do, you have drawn your landscape and you have added all of your crayons to make your crayon resist. So now we're just going to begin by painting all of our backgrounds and the sky and whatever you have left over to paint. So pick a watercolor, swish it around with your brush, and just start filling in those spaces just like this. Now, again, remember, these are fun, these are bright, these do not have to be realistic. So when it gets to the sky, if you want to paint your sky some kind of funky fun color, it does not have to be blue. You can do that. You can pretend like it's a sunrise or a sunset. I've even had people who painted rainbow skies who made it look like it was nighttime. Whatever you can think of is cool with me. So again, I'm going to speed up the painting process, and then we'll look at this and see how it is once I'm done. I have finished painting my watercolor landscape now. If you notice back from the second video, remember when I colored that fence in white, you can kind of see now how the watercolor resisted that white crayon, and that really helped me paint around that fence. When I was painting the sky, I decided to make it look like the sun was setting. So I started with some turquoise, and then I added a little purple, and then I added a little pink, and all I did was use my brush to kind of blend those colors together. You are more than welcome to try that, or your sky can simply be one color. It is completely up to you. Alright guys, this is the fun, exciting part, so I hope you enjoy it today. If you need me, just raise your hand and we'll get started.